Hey folks, I want to do a little intro to a bottle digging hints and tips video that I was going to put together. I got some clips for. I've done a couple of these in the past. The first thing I want to mention is that my tip videos are basically already assuming that you're out doing the footwork. You're driving around, hiking around, walking around looking for stuff, and then this is tips on whether or not when you see something, if it's something that's gonna, if it's a clue, I guess is the best way to say it, if it's a clue to a site that might have some potential. And the more of those clues that you see, the better chances you are of finding something. So anyways, black flies are wicked here today. Let's get started. Good day, folks. It's a nice one here today. So I got out early and I'm starting the day off. I've just located this rock property line, and you can see there's a wire fence here as well running along it. So I'm going to check as much of this property line as I can and look for any debris. So this is the first stop of the day. If I find anything, I'll get you back up on. And if not, we'll see you at the next one. I check out a lot of these old roads, folks. Sometimes they lead up to where an old homestead used to be, but lots of other times are just old logging roads or skidder roads, which I think is what this one here is. However, it's always worth checking out. Okay, folks, remember, get yourselves a good pair of steel toe work boots and some heavy pants here. If you're going to be going through stuff like this, out exploring, you're going to need that stuff. Like those branches like that, I mean, you just step on that stuff with work boots on. Check it out. And you just keep right on going. Good pair of heavy pants. The branches just hit you and snap off or bounce off. You don't even feel it. So, that's a little tip. Work boots are a little uncomfortable if you're not used to wearing them, but if you're used to wearing sneakers all the time, but you're not going to be coming through this stuff in a pair of sneakers. They take you all day. But anyways, now I got to go through here. Good thing I got long sleeves on. Later, folks. I'm just out hunting around, folks, looking for sites, and see these old hydro poles through that marshy area there, just covered in insulators. So I figure if I come across here, there's the next one right there, but it's been chopped down. So I thought if I keep following in a straight line up through here, it's possible that we'll find one. So we come up through here. I'm just making a short clip to show this, kind of like a tips thing. Check it out. There's one there. It's got several insulators on it. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 right on the end, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and there's a bunch more way up on the top one. But they don't look like they're anything special. No colored ones. They don't look to be manganese, but they might be. It's just a matter of getting to them. Anyways, just thought I'd get you up, show you that for now. Catch you on the flip side. Alright, well here's a little tip, folks. I'm just down over a bank, which people, they used to throw their trash down over the banks, and I'm also in a little ravine here that runs down that way. So that's another thing to look for. They throw them in ravines, but I am down here in this pile of old green liquor bottles, probably from the 1930s or 1940s, and somebody sure did like their liquor. There's just hundreds of them here. So anyways, I'm gonna dig around a little more and see if I can pop anything out. Here's a little tip, folks, if you're trying to date a site. Some of these fuses have dates on them. I found some from back in the early 1900s, like 1907. This one here, as you can see right up here, is 1930. Yep. So that puts an age on at least this particular little section right here. Here's just another little tip, folks, for if you're out digging and you're trying to date a site. Old license plates. You often find these. This one here is New Brunswick, and you can't really make out too much here, but that's a 36. 1936. So that gives us some sort of date on the site. Alright. Let's keep going. Hey folks, I'm exploring around here today looking for some glass. As you can see, that's a ravine comes down over here, and that's quite steep. Doesn't really look like it from here, but it is. Up on the top is a cellar hole. I got some shards down here, but I'm not sure what their source is. If they've slid down from the top or what. Oh, we got this bluish colored one, like an aqua blue. Looks like it's a fellow syrup of hypophosphates. That's probably likely the base to it. Nice blue color. Check it out. Blown, I'm sure. That's probably the top there. Yeah. And what else we got here? Just a Kuiper gin shard. A couple other tops. Here's a sauce bottle. There's some other shards. There's a big piece of manganese glass. But anyways, I'm gonna kind of scrape around here, and I got my probe with me there too. See if I can detect anything. There's a piece of stoneware there. And if I find anything, I'll get you back up on. Over and out. Got a little site here, but haven't found any bottles. But there's, you know, this big old car here, and this part of one here. It was a little dump site, but like I say, not much for bottles and that sort of thing. I found this one using Google Maps. Which is a good, helpful tool to use, because you can pick out like fields and old roads and stuff like that on it, and that gives you an opportunity to go check them out. See, here's a big old jug there and a couple more modern beer bottles. Nothing with any real age to it. Anyways, I'll let you go for now and get you back up if I find anything more interesting. Hey folks, it's an old railway bed there. And once again, can't reiterate this enough, old apple trees. If you're looking for an old farm dump or like an old house site, generally if you find old apple trees, there's going to be you're going to find a spot where there was a dwelling at some point. There's something moving around down the woods there. Alright, I'm going to get moving.